Hey friends, it's Jackeline here. In today's video, I'm bringing you my review, demo, swatches, comparisons, and this look using the brand new Chanel Fall 2020 collection. But before we get started, and if you're new here, I hope that you will consider and subscribe to my channel, ring that post notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads, and come and follow me on my Instagram. And now, if you want to see all the details and the entire Chanel Fall 2020 collection in action, then just keep on watching. The launch for the Chanel Fall 2020 makeup collection, it arrived unexpectedly to boutiques around United States. It has been available in Asia, but not here in the States. And I was honestly expecting for it to drop on the website. I was checking every single day, refreshing throughout the day because I was like, I cannot wait for it. And not only that, I don't want to miss it. And all of a sudden it came to the boutiques and I was like so bummed about it in a way because I live in California, and in the area that I live is a little bit far away from, you know, boutiques from Chanel from the main cities. So it will be pretty much a day of drive between going to the boutique and then coming back. And then when I called the boutiques in California, well, they are closed, so they didn't have the collection, and I was like, oh no, bummer right here. So I'm just so grateful to my dear and good friends here on YouTube, Erin Nicole from Erin Nicole TV, as well as Caroline from CV Makeup Lovers, because they both helped me out. They sent me the information of the boutique where they got their collection, and I was able to place my order. And I had to go 2 routes right there because the first boutique didn't have the entire collection. They were, you know, they sold out of a few pieces kind of like right away. So I had to look for another boutique and complete my order. So anyhow, my packages arrived. I'm just so happy. I have it right here. This is one of the boxes. I love all the details. Oh my goodness, I'm just so happy. And don't you worry, actually the collection dropped to the website just like, I think it was the day before yesterday, last Thursday. Whenever you see these, it will be like the Thursday before or Friday before, and I actually posted it on my Instagram so that everybody was like, hey, you know, here it is, the collection. So make sure you follow me there if you want to be kept on the know when things arrive or if something comes back in stock. Anyhow, my friends, that's that. So I actually got pretty much the entire collection with the exception of a couple items. The nail polishes, the collection comes with 2 nail polishes. I decided to pass on those for right now. I'm actually curious to perhaps get the pink one, and even the darker shades, kind of like a burgundy tone, is super beautiful, but it's nothing that I need right away. And then from the website, I went ahead and placed my order for the stick Baume, which is actually a blush tone. It looks so beautiful. The boutiques, they didn't have it available, so I was so happy when the things arrived to the website all of a sudden, and I'm like, oh, this is fantastic. So I was able to place my order on that. Now it hasn't arrived yet because it seems like it's gonna be available mid-August, and I will be leaving all the links for this collection on the description box below. A lot of the items, they say that they are on pre-order, that they will ship later in August. We know this year has been crazy, so we just kind of like, you know, balance things out. And okay friends, so let me show you what I got right here. Woo, there's a lot of little boxes right here. So this collection comes with 2 quads. One of them is a re-promote. It is called Candeur et Experience, and then there are 2 new ones. One is 364 Candeur et Seduction, and then the other one is 362 Candeur et Provocation. So I have those 2 right here. I also went ahead and picked up both of the stylos, the eyeliners in 959 Psyche and 955 Romance. And there are also 2 Rouge Allure ink fusions in 834 Ambiguite and then 836 Idyllique. And let's see, I have a couple other items right here. I know, lipsticks. Lip products, they get me all the time. Now this collection came out with 2 Rouge Coco Flash. One of them looks to be a little bit more of like tawny brown shade, I mean, I think it's really pretty, and perhaps I may adventure to get it more into the fall if it's still available, but I wasn't on a rush for it. But this one right here, 132 flush. Ooh, it looks right up my alley. And then there is another re-promote right here. This is the Rouge Coco. It's a lipstick in 402 Adrienne. And this one right here, I had a long time ago, and I remember having a little nub of it, and I'm sure it went bad. I had to declutter it, so here you go. I found a good excuse to get it, to do this video right here, and also because I can obviously see some good Chanel. So let me show you right here the quads I have here, Candeur et Provocation, and this one here is the one that caught my attention the most. Now, as far as the compact goes, it is the classic black with the white logo. Here we go. This is Candeur et Provocation. And I think out of the two, this is the one that kind of like caught more my attention, because this is more of that dusty pink. I mean, it's not really red, and I know Lucia Pica is going a lot for red because it's her favorite color, but this one here is, like I said, a little bit more pinkish, not too deep red. But this other one, which is Candeur et Seduction, it is total seduction right here with the red. I mean, it doesn't have any strong red like a vivid one, but look at this. I think it's so pretty. I think it's lovely too. Let me just take these little applicators. Don't toss them. They do work. They have their purpose. Let me just show them to you side by side. Here on my right hand side is Candeur et Provocation, and on my left hand side is Candeur et Seduction, and both palettes, they are made in Italy. I think they are both lovely. Hard to pick. I feel this is your daytime and this is your nighttime. That's the way I feel it. Hey friends, now that I got you closer, let me swatch this for you. This is Candeur et Provocation 362. The shadows, they feel very soft, creamy. I don't know if you can get to see this top shade right here. Let me just give it another quick swatch. Just kind of building it up. It's a beautiful, very light, soft pink. And now let's swatch Candeur et Seduction 364. Look at this shade right here. Wow, this one right here looks wet. And I'm gonna swatch it here on this side so you can see it side by side. I mean, there's a tiny bit of similarities on this shade with this shade right here. And these two shades, they are different. The one, Seduction, this one right here is a lot more beaming, a lot more brighter, a lot more bold and out there. I think I want to go with Candeur et Seduction on this eye. And first I'm gonna go into this deep shade right here, and I'm just gonna take it above my crease and just start working it. And I'm just diffusing it on my crease. Next I'm going to this deep shade right here. In the pan it looks kind of like a wine color, and I'm gonna take it on my outer V. Let's go to this shade right here, and I'm gonna take it right here on my lid. It's so beautiful. Okay, you know what? Let me go ahead and use my finger for these, or you can use one of the applicators too. And that way you get the most pigmentation of all the shades if you want something even more deeper. I'm going back to this shade here, and I'm just gonna deepen out my crease even a little more. I think I'm gonna go to this shade, and I'm gonna take it to my lower lash line. The top one is Psyche 959 and the bottom is Romance 955. Okay, and here is Psyche, and then let's do Romance right here. I think I'm gonna go for Psyche first. I'm gonna take it on my waterline. I'm gonna go ahead and line my upper lash line just a little. I'm just gonna create a mini V. Now for my inner corner, I'm gonna go into this shade here. Just gonna pop it right there. And then just gonna take this right over here. Okay, although I'm not done with this eye, I still need to put lashes and whatnot. I will just go ahead and jump into Candeur et Provocation. And let's see right here. I think I want to go... Oh, this is a tough one. Because this shade is a little bit deep. Interesting concept right here. I think I'm going to go to this brown shade here first. And I'm just taking it above the crease. And by the way, I have double sets of these brushes or more. Like this one, I have like 4 of them. So nothing that I'm using for this eye. I'm using for this eye. All my brushes are clean, so you can truly see the color payoff. Okay, it's a nice shade. Next, let's go to this shade. And I'm taking it on my outer V and just kind of like mapping out what I want to do on this eye. A little bit on the crease. Just creating a V. I definitely feel that I need to deepen out the outer V. So I'm just going to go back to this shade and just placing just a little bit more. And by the way, I'm not having any fallout. Now let's go into this pink shade. Just gonna take it right in the middle of my eyeline. Just like a little pop in the center. It's extremely soft, this shade, so I just feel like I wanna wet it with a little bit of Matte Fix Plus. I'm gonna go to the brown shade and I'm gonna take it on my lower lash line. Jumping into this shade, I'm going to take it on my lower lash line, but a little bit closer and on my outer third. I'm going to go ahead and use the liner in Romance. This shade on my skin tone, it's a little bit too light to use as a liner unless I have a very simple look, like say for example just the brown shade on the palette and then just line this, then it will show. But this one, in contrast with this eyeshadow quad, it will not show Romance. So that's that. So you will need to have like a very simple, very light look right here. Okay friends, let me just put some lashes or mascara and let's continue with the lip products. Okay friends, completely done right here with both eye looks, and I think I want to go first to swatch all my different lip products. I have a ton right here, and I think I want to start with the Rouge Coco Flash 132 in Flash. And you have Chanel logo on the top. I think this shade is so lovely for summertime too. It's a beautiful pink coral tone. And it feels exquisite on the lips. Vernis here right there, but you can see a little bit of that pink coral hue in it. Now let's go into Rouge Coco 402 Adrienne. Such an easy to wear nude shade, a classical for Chanel. Go with here we go, Adrienne. Now to try the new Rouge Allure Ink Fusions in 834 Ambiguite. This is definitely my type of shade. This is kind of like my type of nude for precisely for fall, and I love how thin is this formula. Super comfortable, not too drying, such a beautiful shade. Mostly if you have kind of like my skin tone, I have a light to medium skin tone, and this will look just perfect. Here you go, 834 Ambiguite. Now into a classic shade, a red 836 Idyllique. This ink fusion right here is so lovely. It's very pretty. It does have a blue undertone to it, and when you see it from the doe foot applicator, it kind of has like a raspberry tone, but on my skin tone, again I do have a light to medium skin tone, it kind of looks like a candy apple. Yeah, like a candy apple, like that. It looks very feminine, very sophisticated, and very elegant. And now I really want to talk a little bit more about the palettes. So let me tell you something here. I know Lucia Pica, she's all into reds, and I appreciate it. I wish though, instead of the 2 quads, that she would have come out with a 9-pan palette, kind of that one from Rouge, the one that is limited edition that we cannot find it anymore anywhere. What is the name? Oh, L'Indispensables. That one. Okay, that one is lovely. I wish she could have done something with pinks and reds and all of that all in one palette instead of, you know, coming out with 2 quads. Now, do I like the quads? Yes. Which one I like the most? You know, the similarities are just so close when they are applying to the eyes. As you can see, there's not much of a difference. I like them both for 2 different reasons. Like I said, this one to me is more like your daytime, yet is red, and this one over here is more of your nighttime. But I will have done a couple changes in here. On this one in particularly, I will have done something a little bit brighter, just a shade brighter. Perhaps I like the brown shade, but honestly we do have a lot of brown shades, so I think perhaps one of these 2 could have been something a little bit lighter, a little bit brighter, something that actually will give us a little bit more dimension than what I have going on right here. That is just in my humble opinion. And I have to give you right here an example of what I'm talking about. It is Walk of Shame from Charlotte Tilbury. I'm in particularly one of not that many people, because I know red eyeshadows is not a cup of tea for many, but I really love Walk of Shame from Charlotte Tilbury. But you see right here, this combination, you do have a little bit of that red, a little bit of copper, but then you have a brighter, lighter shade. I don't know, I just feel like this one right here could have served to have something like that. On this palette right here, the one in Candeur and Seduction, on this one right here, what I find out are that these shades right here, when they are at the end blend in, they just, there's not enough difference. I mean, there's difference, but not enough. This right here has a little bit more of like a terracotta undertone. This one a little bit more of that wine deep undertone. I will say I would have kept all of these three right here, and this one right here, I would have changed it for even something more deeper than this, or even a black shade. Just saying. Just saying, something a little bit deeper than that, that will be great. As far as the eye pencil goes, I think both Romance and Psyche, they are fun. I like Psyche a little bit more because it actually makes a change on my eyelid, but I appreciate Romance because Romance, it will be the one that if I want something very delicate, like I said, perhaps just even bronzer on my eyelid and just do a line with that shade Romance, it will look just so exquisite and very, like the name says it, very romantic. But other than that, I would not suggest to put any of these two eyeliners on your waterline because it will make of your eye look a little bit like if you have a pink eye, and that's exactly what you don't want on a makeup look. Now I think these eyeshadows will complement really well those who have brown eyes, also those who have hazel eyes, and those who have green eyes. My eyes are a little bit weird. If you have seen them closely, I do have on the top part a little bit of brown, then it goes to hazel, and then all the bottom of my eyes are green. And that's why I tend to like a lot of red, pink shades, mommy tones, purple tones, because they just, you know, make my eyes pop a little bit more and look, I don't know, just a little bit more mystical. I definitely like both quads, but that's right there my feedback. In fact, I do have right here also another quad, and this one is in Honeymoon by Tone 4, and this one is also kind of that reddish family because of these two tones right here. But then you see right here this balance with a little bit into that copper tone, but not too coppery, not too orange, and then there's a balance right there. In fact, just because I have already the swatches right here, let me swatch this friend. And I think also this will help you a lot to decide whether it's something that you need. You see how deep is this shade right here? That's what I was saying on the darker quad. If she would have had like even like a black shade, it would have, you know, transformed a little bit more that quad. And then let's go right here for Walk of Shame. You see Walk of Shame, when you see it right here, is still that very fierce type of look. It's red, but yet a little bit more wearable. There you go. There are all the shades right here. So hence perhaps that's why I'm thinking if she would have come out with a 9-pan palette, you know, with more variations, it would have been even more understood. And I'm not saying that I'm not understanding her quads, I like them, but I'm just saying that it would have been something a little bit more fun, a little bit more adventurous, and maybe embrace, because I have heard a lot of people that they are not too convinced about these red tones that Lucia Pica is bringing to Chanel, but we also know that for fall, red is gonna be all in for eyeshadows. It's gonna be what we're gonna see. In fact, Tone 4 is bringing back one of his quads in Burnish Amber. It's right now available for the Nordstrom anniversary sale. That, by the way, if you haven't seen my video with all the recommendations for the sale, go ahead, take a look at it. And fingers crossed, I perhaps will have that Tone 4 quad here, so that way I can give you a first impressions and eyeshadow look with it, and maybe we can do a ton of comparisons between Tone 4 and Chanel, and then all the rest that I have here. Okay, my friends, and I think this makes it for this video. I hope that you really enjoyed it, that you find it helpful and informative. I would love to read your comments down below. Let me know if you're interested on any of the Chanel Fall 2020 makeup collection. Which pieces are you interested in getting, or if you have already got some of them. And while you're leaving those comments, and if you haven't done so yet, I hope that you will consider and subscribe to my channel, ring that post notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads, and come and follow me on my Instagram. If you like this video, do not forget to give it a thumbs up, also share with family and friends, and until the next time, I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful day. Bye-bye!